And this is the final look. Sorry, that was Kitty. You know she's out of jail. She has to jump for freedom. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the final look. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay tuned. Please share. Please subscribe. Please like. I'm looking forward to recording. I'm going to try to do more on a regular basis, maybe a daily basis. Thank you, and I look forward to talking with you soon. And here, boys and girls, we have our finished look. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and share. And ring that little bell or click the little bell for notifications. Thank you very much. I love you all and have a great week. Good afternoon, everybody. I hope that you're all having a great day. It is Tuesday, and I'm going to do a little quick Tuesday makeup tutorial. I might do one later on today, but I wanted to start now because I'm about to go out. And I just want to do a little bit of eyes, a little bit of face, just a little getting ready. Starting with my e.l.f. eyebrow kit. This little fella is a good friend of mine. And you know, I'm using a pointed brush. This one doesn't have a name, so I probably got this out of one of my nameless makeup kits that I've gotten through the years. But it does a pretty good job with, as you see, getting the eyebrow created, and I'm able to adjust the bristles so that I can get nice hair-like strokes with it, as you can see. And I'm not going for a super thick brow. Just not today. Not today. We're going for something pretty basic. I think this is a good enough length for a daily basis. I'm going to be going out, and I will be wearing a mask. I want to get a couple of collars, maybe a few collars for my pets, new collars, that is. And so I'm going to Hollywood Feed. So I don't think I have to have on a ton of makeup to go out to Hollywood Feed. But I don't want to look rough or not put together. So hence makeup. Isn't that why we do it? We want to look as good as we can when we're going out and about. Not for others necessarily, but just for ourselves. What's your reason for doing makeup? Do you do it to please a significant other? Do you do it for yourself? Do you do it because you feel you need to do it? Or do you just do it because it brings you joy? It makes you feel good to do it. Like, for instance, I don't feel that I'm that bad when I go without makeup. I mean, I'm not the most confident girl in the world, but I don't feel like I look much worse than anyone else without it. It's just, I do feel better when I feel pulled together. When now, what I did, in case you're wondering, is I have this finishing spray that I made using the witch hazel, glycerin, aloe vera gel, and rose water. And I just sprayed that on my eyebrow brush. And as you can see, it makes a very good payoff with this e.l.f. little mini eyebrow kit. See? Look at that. Now they really stand out more than they did a moment ago. So I did it just to intensify the color payoff. And it works. Like magic. Is that hair in my eye? Yeah, it is. Okay. See, we're painting the shape out there. And they're not purely painted on. I'm just going with my natural shape. Nothing more. I'm not making them super thick today. I think I'll make this one a little thicker so that it matches the other ones. you know, eyebrows, as they always say, they're sisters, not twins. And that's certainly the case with mine. They're different. They sit differently. The one on the right side is not quite as high as the one on the left side. The one on the left has a better arch. Although they're both arched, it has more of a peak here, as you can see, where this one doesn't have quite the same peak. So what I can do is build a little peak on this one, which is, I think that's what I'll do today to deal with it. Just build a little extra peak on it. There we go. That looks a little bit more even, not perfect, but, you know, at the feed store, nobody's going to be judging me on how perfect my brows are. As long as they look basically pulled together, nobody's going to notice my brows. Maybe if it was a unibrow, or, you know, if it was like that, they might notice, but I don't think they're going to notice just any slight little difference with my brows. How do you say I'm just not that important? Nobody is that important. Unless maybe you're a celebrity. There we go. See? See? Look at that. Okay. Now I'm going to go in my waterline, and this is with an e.l.f. pencil as well. So we're doing e.l.f. today. But let's face it, e.l.f. is a good everyday drugstore brand. They have a little bit of everything for everyone at a very affordable price point. I would love to work with e.l.f. one day in a collab when I get to that point, which I'm going to claim it that one day I will be at that point. That would be lovely. So I just put a little bit of this white pencil in my waterline, not even a heavy amount, just a little bit to brighten the eye area, that's all. So we've done that. Now, I already had previously put on just a little bit of eyeliner just to get us going. And if you wanted to know the kind of eyeliner I put on, it's called Eye Captain. It's by W7. So I did put that on a little bit earlier just to get going. Let me see if I see it here. Eye Captain. Ooh, I don't see it right now. So I guess I put it up, but that's okay. Excuse me there. I'm in my bathroom, you know. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is put on a little bit of base. I'm putting on my Flesh Cosmetics here. And this shade is Toffee. It's called Toffee, number 26. It's a good color match. As you can see, you can't see it. And if you've ever watched my tutorials before, you know that that's one of the things I look for. It's one of the ways I personally judge a foundation, is how well it shows up on my skin. And if I don't see it on my skin and it doesn't really show up, I'm going to be a happy camper. That's what I call a good foundation, anything that doesn't show up ferociously on me. So now I have this Flesh. I used the stick. Now I'm using a little bit of the liquid makeup. And I mean just a little. You see that? Literally. Almost none. Why? Because I don't have any breakouts right now, really. I don't have a lot of blemish action. Well, none. Okay. Admittedly, I don't have any blemish action going on. Nothing is really happening on my face right now. Except my normal peach fuzzy face, which I need to work on. I need to shave my face. I don't know if any of you have ever tried that, but that's something that I definitely do need to do, is get some of the fuzz off of my face so that makeup applies smoother. So what I'm going to do here, I normally use the brush to blend in the makeup, but I just might do this without a brush. I might just use my fingers to apply this today. If I can't find the brush in 30 seconds or so, I'm going to use my fingers. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm kind of avoiding my nose area a little bit because I want to do a little contouring on my nose. I know the way I'm doing my makeup today is probably not orthodox. It's not following any particular rules, but just remember, when it comes to makeup, there are no particular rules. How you do your makeup is up to you. And today, I have my own methods. Okay, hold tight. Okay, I wanted to get my W4 here, plush. Okay, that's a plush mascara and my kohl liner. And what I have here is Photo Focus by Wet n Wild. I'm putting just a little bit of that along the bridge of my nose, a little bit through my cheek area, maybe a tiny bit on the forehead, just a bit at the chin area. And I'm going to blend that in very well with my fingers. See, just to create a little contour. And this stuff is really good, as you see. It's quite pigmented. It doesn't take a lot of it to get an effect. And that little chubby COVID chin I picked up. Normally I use a brush for this application, but you can really do just as well with your fingers, if you're careful. Look at that, see? Look at that contour. Now the nose looks a little more snatched. Like I said, there's no particular method to my madness today. It's just, it is what it is. Now I'm going to use my Photo Focus, Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation stick. Just a little under the eye area. And a little in here, which is already highlighted pretty well. Just with that highlight, contour. It worked out pretty well to bring out the center of my nose, bring it forward, and give my nose a little bit more dimension. There. A little dotting under the eye. I don't like to rub under my eyes a whole lot, and I'll tell you why, because I'm not a spring chicken. And I don't want to develop any extra wrinkle under my eye. I've been holding on pretty good, and I don't want to ruin it. Not at this advanced stage. Ooh, that's my phone. Hold on here. Okay. My coverall powder. This is also by Wet n Wild. So I'm going to use some of this now. And this one is in the shade Light, which, of course, I could use tan. Tan is good. By the way, that Photo Focus foundation stick that I used is in Porcelain. You might have to adjust it to you. I am not porcelain, obviously, but porcelain works good as a highlight for me. Okay. That's a little powder there. Just a little bit. Okay. Now, I have this NARS pencil. Let's see if I can find something that will go good with the NARS. Now I'm going with lipstick. I know, like I said, my order is out of whack, but that's okay. It's my order for today. Look at those. See, that's a pretty good color match there. So I'm going to use this NARS pencil right here in the shade Good Times. It's a velvet matte lip pencil. What I want to do before I do that, though, is take a real quick break here. And I think I want to use something to moisturize my lips a little bit. I think I'll use my Josie Moran balm. I have this Oregon balm trio right here. Let's use this one. This one is the Nourish and Protect Balm. I'll just put a little bit of this balm on. which this can be used anywhere. It doesn't have to just be used on the lips. It can be used on any of the skin that you would like, that you want to add a little shine to. Like, for instance, if I wanted to bring out a little shine on my cheeks, which I can, I could just put a little bit right here on my cheeks, just to bring on a little natural glowiness. And then my NARS, as I said, my lips feel really balmy. I was going to put another balm on, but there's no reason to do that now because this feels really pretty thick. And see, you don't see that very well because, admittedly, this is very close to the color of my skin. Good Times. It's a kind of a pinky, rosy, brownish pink color, which is the color of my lips. On a daily basis, especially with the mask, this is what I like to do. Is go with something that's going to match. This lipstick I'm using is by Flesh Cosmetics, and it's called Yum. It's called Yum. So now what I want to do is a little bit of blush. I have two that I would like to use today. I'm going to use my MAC here, which this is a beautiful color. It's a yellowish orange color. And then I'm going to use my Stila, and this one is called Incandescence, right? I think that's how we pronounce it. Let me see. Incandescence. Yep. Okay. So I'm going to use that. And I'm going to grab a brush here. I think I'll grab my e.l.f. contour and blush brush. And put a little bit of this MAC on first. See, it's not very heavy, but remember, I'm going to be wearing a mask. So I don't need a lot of anything. And then with the same brush, I can do this Stila right on top of it. Same color family. Similar effect. The Stila is just a little bit glowier, maybe. I don't know. The matte might be glowier. They're really, really similar in color. So it's kind of hard for me to say which one is glowier. See? They're almost the same. So I'm not going to judge one over the other. Okay. So we've got those two on. And you see, it gives a little shimmer on its own. But what I'm going to do, in addition to that, hold on for me, is add on this illuminating mineral setting powder, which is from Ulta. And it's in the shade Pearl. I'll add a little pearl powder on and use that today as the highlight effect. Yeah, just a little highlight, not much. There, a little bit through here and through here. That's enough. And I'm going to spray real quick with my spray that I made. Now I'm going to go with my L'Oreal On the Loose Luminous Powder. It's another one. As you can see, it's a similar tone to all of the others that I've been using today. Like, for instance, this Ulta. See, they're all about the same tone. But sometimes I feel I get a better payoff if I mix more than one of similar colors in different brands, just to get the little benefits of each brand. See, it actually did sort of bring my nose forward a little bit more. Okay. So we got that taken care of. Okay. Now all we have left to do is a little bit of eye color. And I think what I want to do for eye color is I'm going to use my Zoeva. I have a Zoeva palette that I would like to use. A palette. It's really nice and pretty, kind of gentle. I think it'll make a really pretty color today, if I can just find where I put it. I'll tell you what, I have the dropsies today. I'm dropping everything everywhere. Let's see here. Hold on for me. And Egyptians always said eyes are the window to the soul. Some people say the gateway to the soul. So we're going to use a couple of things. Zoeva here. This is by Zoeva, a brand from Germany. It's called Opulence. And Laura Geller, the Delectables. You know I drop everything. I can't help it. I'm clumsy. Here are the two palettes. As you can see, the colors are going to be very pretty together. So let's get this look together. For this, I'm going to do something different that you don't see a lot of people do. So I'm going to use this sponge applicator along with some brushes. But I'm feeling like I might use the sponge today. Here's one brush. This one is by EcoTools. Sort of a stamping brush. I'm starting off with this brown color I have in my Zoeva palette. Right here. I'm going to use a similar brown color in this Laura Geller. I think I'll go with this brown in the corner here. These browns right here. I'm applying different browns. I'm really working through every brown in the Delectables palette, using them all and blending them all slowly together. Some people like to go lighter to darker. I'm actually going darker to lighter, blending. And I'm going to go in a light white color for just here. In the crease. Well, I would say there on the outside there. And now I'm going, I use for that, in case you're wondering, the white at the very end there. Now, I'm going back to the Zoeva palette, and I'm going to use the similar white color there on the end. It's a kind of beige with a little shimmer. I'm going to go back to Delectables and pick up a little more of the browns. I'm actually mixing all of the browns I used previously together to go underneath. And the Zoeva brown on the corner, the darkest brown, the only brown in that palette, mixed with the darkest brown in Delectables to go on the outer corner. Now I'm blending, blending, blending. It's really that quick and that simple for every day. It's not rocket science. And it's not a after 5 look. It's just an everyday running around, getting a couple of errands done look. And here, boys and girls, we have our finished look. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and share. And ring that little bell or click the little bell for notifications. Thank you very much. I love you all and have a great week.